Hello, beautiful beans. Yes, I'm hoping that somebody can. Hi, tens. Sorry, I can start at the beginning of what I should say. Um, I'm hoping that somebody can help me like solidify this idea in my brain because I haven't been able to manage it yet. Um, but one of the bugs that I want to do for this month because it goes with the color of the month is a red banded leaf hopper. And I'm trying to think about a pun that would work with banded. Um, because like I was thinking like giving it a guitar or something, but I don't think that that's like visually obvious enough, if that makes sense. And I was also thinking about like those band bracelets that I don't know back in my day. I don't know if the kids do this anymore, but there used to be like these very thin rubber bracelets that you could color code to say like different things about yourself. And I was thinking about doing that, but then again, I think that that's probably not super obvious either. But I want to do some sort of pun with banded, and I can't figure it out. So somebody else needs to figure it out for me, clearly. So I'm hoping somebody could like, I don't know, or maybe me talking about it and rubber ducking it will make something solidify in my brain. I don't know. Gosh, we've got bad frame rate today. That's fine. It's dark. I really should set up my other light, but I don't want to. So, um, what else do I need to say? There's a sale going on in my shop right now. I just started one this morning because I felt like it. So it's 13% off for today only on any order. I mean, technically it has to be over $1, but literally everything on my shop is more than that. So, yeah, 13% off with code Friday 13th. You can do exclamation point sale to get that, so you can just copy paste it if you want to. Hi, Grim. I will do a stretchy. I did. Thank you, Graham. Maybe I should pin that, actually. I mean, people never read the pin post anyway, but it will make me feel better. There. Stretching. That's what I'm doing. My brain is not on deck today. Like, honestly. I was telling Grim this morning, I don't think I'm going to be a person today. I'm just still, like, I did a modeling session on Wednesday, which I talked about, but it was a different kind of session than I'm good at, I guess is a way to put that. And so I'm like really still like flat out fatigued from that and sore. Which I think is messing with me. But, you know, we continue on. We stay silly. Okay. I've stretched, I've sippied. I need to think about something nice to say about myself, which is going to be hard today, I can already tell. Yeah, I know. Well, you do it every day. You do it every time I stream. So I don't know if you can say that's why you did it. It may be an additional reason why you did it. Actually, you know what? I almost left. That's not the word that I wanted to come out of my mouth. Brain, can we connect, please? My brain is just dial-up screeching right now. I almost went into like a really bad spiral while I was modeling. But I managed to keep myself from doing that. Which is good. That's progress. Instead of just me circling my perceived shortcomings and, you know, completing the circle until I created a hole for myself the size of the Grand Canyon, actually stopped myself. So that's good, and that's progress. So there's something that I can say that's nice about myself. Look at me go. Well, to be fair, I told you that part of the reason that that was better was because of something the teacher said. But I did actually do work in my own head about it too. Yeah. Yeah. I still feel like this fly isn't finished, even though I've done everything that's on the fly. I don't know. I'm wondering if I need to add a little bit of color to the wings, just to make me feel like it's actually a thing. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just going to end up staring at this all day and not figuring out how I want to fix it. It's just that kind of day. It might be a short one today just because I'm like, as you can tell, I'm not really present. But sometimes I perk up when I start streaming and it'll be better. So I won't call it off just yet. I also should really like clean up my stuff a bit because it's a mess. It's true. Oh, I put 2 new originals up in my shop today too, in addition to the sale. These 2 are up now, so you can buy these guys. You can buy one or both. If you buy both, you get a little bit of a discount on it. But yeah. What else? I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah, you could get all of the Homo. It's true. Boop. I still need to sign these ones. I haven't done that. I've been really bad about that lately. So the plan for today is to work on these terrariums that are going to be the front of the card pack, so like the label on the front. And also are going to be a like poster spread of a bunch of different terrariums for the collection, so you can put the bug in the terrarium as a sticker. And then I'll add little labels for each of the bug names. And make like a glossy poster of that so that you could hang up the entire collection if you wanted to. I'm not sure how big the poster is going to be. I need to figure out the math on that once I get the stickers printed and stuff like that, but that'll be a thing. That's the plan, which is why I have a bunch of different lids, because I want to make the lids different colors so that it looks a little bit more visually interesting. And also we're going to, at some point, this is probably, excuse me, not a today task, but make a few other little bits and bobs to put inside the terrarium so that I can mix them up and make each of them look different for the poster. Yeah. That's all I had to say. I haven't fully decided, like in my own head, how I'm going to do the clear plastic. I might just leave it completely blank, or I might shade it like a little bit with some gray, just to try and add a little bit more depth to it. But for the ones that are like blank and I'm going to be adding stuff into them, that won't really work if I'm adding stuff after the fact. So if I shade the front, like that won't look right. If I shade the back, it'll be fine. But yeah, so that's something to think about too. But I think today we're just gonna work mostly on the terrarium tops because that's what my brain feels is accessible right now. I'm a little wiped out. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's kind of obvious. But I'm doing like a lot of work in the background to try and get a big shop update done. I'm adding like 37 new things to my shop, sticker wise. And so I've been laminating and cutting stickers and getting sheets set up and getting listings written, and I still need to take a bunch of photos, and it's just a lot, and I'm tired. And in addition to that, the sun is going away, and my brain likes to be mean to me when the sun goes away. So, you know how it is. Where actually, I kind of hope you don't know how it is, if I'm being honest. I kind of hope that all is a mystery to you. So I think I'm gonna start with this leaf just because, I don't know, because I can. Hey, Tens! Yeah, see, I'm not great with like heat either. I mean, I used to be better at it, but then I moved to Alaska and I've been here for almost 20 years now, which is a disgusting sentence to come out of my mouth. Um, so yeah, I don't do well with heat either, but I definitely do better when there's, more sun. And we had kind of like a pretty rainy summer, which I like. I grew up in Portland, Oregon, so I'm like a creature of the rain. But when you only really get to see the sun for a few months in the year, it would be kind of nice to actually see the sun, you know? But I may need to up my vitamin D again, even though I'm taking like a ridiculous amount. I should really like go get my numbers checked and see if that's the actual issue or if there's something else going on. Because your girl is suffering. I mean, the other issue is that I have undiagnosed neurodivergence and mental health issues. But I'm sure that I can find the one vitamin I'm deficient in and that will fix everything. I'm always tempted to use colored pencils to do like wood grain on stuff, and then I never do it. Because that's how I do it digitally. If I was doing this like in Procreate or whatever, I would use um, a pencil brush and just make so many lines. But that's a little bit different. Oh, I guess I didn't say for this terrarium we're going to use the color of the month. I don't think I said that. Which is the cobalt teal. It's the same color that we used on the wingtips, or wing pattern here. And then the other ones are just going to be random colors, and I'll probably let you guys influence which ones I use, because why not? And that keeps me from making as many decisions. I hate making decisions. I've made so many decisions. Oh, that's a lot of Earl Grey. Be careful. Because Earl Grey is one of the ones where if you drink too much of it... Fugi, do you want to work? I don't know why it keeps doing that. Earl Grey is one of the ones where if you drink enough of it, it's actually poisonous. So be careful, okay? The bergamot can actually, like... what's the right word? Build up in your system and poison you a little bit. Like, it has to be, like, a lot of it, but it's still something to be cautious of. So if you drink too much of it and you feel bad, stop that. And definitely don't drink more than, like, 2 liters a day, I think is the max. I think 1 liter you should be okay. I mean, from the bergamot, the caffeine and liquid intake, I can't speak for, but so I'm kind of trying to do this the way that I would do it digitally, because like for a lot of my digital stuff, I do like a base layer and then I use textured brushes on top of it, and I use the texture that I'm trying to get to shade. So we're gonna see if I can manage to do that with watercolor in kind of a similar way. I don't know if I can or not. We'll find out together. Like, I mean, the worst is that I don't like it and then I don't use it for the um, actual packaging. But I think it's fine. I think it'll be fine. Watercolor is pretty easy to like layer until you get what you want out of it, so. My brother is a big Earl Grey drinker too. It's part of why I know that. Although he's switched over to Irish breakfast. We have a lot of tea in this household. Yeah, if it's bags too, that probably won't be quite as bad because the bags are usually a little less concentrated bergamot wise than a loose leaf is. We use loose leaf in my house because I'm a tea snob. I say that. I'm not really a snob. I just buy all my tea from the same company because they've been really good for a long time. I've been using them since like 2012, probably 2013. But they have a lot of cool blends and stuff, and you can make your own blends on their website, which is nice. Although, to be fair, usually when I have black tea, I mix 2 of the fandom blends together. So I'm making slash fiction in a cup. And maybe slash fiction that exists nowhere else. So there's this artist, Cara McGee, who used to be known on Tumblr as Are You Trying to Deduce Me? Very big in the 2011-2012 kind of thing. I don't think that makes you a villain. Like, Tisan is definitely not a word that I ever use, but don't know. We all have our weird things. Um, but Cara McGee does a whole bunch of fandom blends, and like they're really good. She's got like a very good um, flavor mind. I don't know how to make that mean words. But I mix her Haymitch blend, which would be from the Hunger Games Haymitches, and I mix her with the bulk blend, which is one of the dwarves from The Hobbit. And she had to rename those ones because she ran into legal trouble with Tolkien's estate. But I don't remember which one it is. But it's kind of like a pumpkin spice kind of blend. And Haymitch is a smoked tea. And them together just makes like a really nice kind of fall vibe where it's like pumpkin spice and you can smell someone's chimney in the air kind of a thing. I really like it. Maybe. It's been so long since they were named the actual names of the dwarves that I really don't remember, but that seems right. I don't know. And I'm not as into Tolkien as other people are. And High Stars. So. That might be right. I really don't know. But, oh, I guess I didn't say the tea site is, it's either Adagio or Adagio. I don't know how you should really pronounce it. But, I really like their tea. They're good. Yeah, that's fair, Tens. I don't know. Some people are just like, I don't know, chew up their own butts about things. But just saying this word means something else is not, like, elitist, I think. I think some people maybe just don't like feeling stupid, and that's a them problem and not a you problem, you know? Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with the stick there. That's reasonable, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I have read The Hobbit, but I haven't read it since I was in high school, I think, and I never finished Lord of the Rings. I got obsessed with the movies, but it was not enough to carry me through the books. I maybe should try that again at some point, but they're also so long. Like, I can appreciate a guy creating, like, an entire world to go with his little blorbos and, like, languages and stuff. Like, I can appreciate the dedication to the craft, but it is not a particularly easy read. But I got pretty far into the first book. Well, I say pretty far. I don't think I was actually that far. I remember getting to the forest and, what's his name? Tom Bombadil. And then I was like, we haven't even done anything yet. And got a little tired of it. Hey, Felds, how you doing? Yeah, I think I got partway through that one and then I was like, I think I'm done with this and went and watched the movies again. I don't know. I really got obsessed with the movies though. There was a while in high school where I was like really ill and I stayed home for like over a month. Um, that's also fair tens. But yeah, I got obsessed with them and I watched like all of the extended edition DVDs. I watched all of the commentary. I watched all of the extra features. Um, but could not manage the books very well. And we love codeine, honestly. I'm glad you're feeling okay. Yeah, for sure. I got like crazy obsessed with it. I wrote letters to every single one of the main cast. Um, I only got a response back from what's his name? Why does my brain not work? I'm so frustrated with myself the past couple days. Elijah Wood. So I have a signed photo of him somewhere. Well, I used to. I don't know if I still do. I don't know that I've seen it since I moved to Alaska, so maybe I don't have one. Or it's in one of the boxes of stuff that I never unpacked because I thought I was going to move back to Oregon. Because past Katie was a little bit stupid. I mean, current Katie is also a little bit stupid, but over different things at least. Ooh. I don't think I ever uploaded the last VOD. I've got things falling in between the cracks because I'm so busy and I can only keep so many things in my brain at once, and it's very irritating. Like, I get that it's completely understandable and I don't need to beat myself up about it, but that's not gonna stop me. I just realized another ball that I dropped and now I feel really bad. God damn it. That's just, we're having a time. Okay, are you dry? Yes, then let's work on this grass a little bit. I think I want to do a brighter green for that. I'm sure the person will understand, but I still feel bad. The more I think about it, the more I do think I'm going to add just like a little bit of gray to the back areas of the plastic, but not the front. I think that's the right call. I'm going to end up cleaning this up digitally too, so I need to like not worry about it so much. But how's everybody else doing? I guess I didn't really ask that today, did I? Well, except for Veld, who has the good drugs, so. I don't know. Depends on the discourse. To be fair, I generally stay out of any of that because whenever I discuss things with people, it feels like I'm being hunted for sport. need to let most of that dry before I can do more stuff with it. Oh, excuse me. I don't even know if you heard that, but excuse me anyways. I'm still so sleepy. I don't know. I might make a second cup of coffee, actually. I threatened to do that yesterday, but I needed to go to bed early, so I didn't. But today I don't need to go to bed early. Should I go to bed early? Probably, but I don't need to, you know? It's different. Oh, I do have more modeling sessions scheduled. The next ones that I know about are on Wednesdays, just like this Wednesday was. So it shouldn't affect stream at all. I mean, except for me being, you know, sleepy tired. Because my body can't be normal about anything. But there are some that might land on a Tuesday, so I will warn people if I need to cancel stream or whatever. It went fine. I could tell that I hadn't done it in a while, and it was a lot of short poses versus long poses, and I'm generally better at the long poses. So it was tiring. I definitely am feeling it. But I don't know. Hey Bongo, thank you for the subscription for 6 months in advance. Heck yeah, thanks buddy. Oh yeah, it's September, isn't it? I keep forgetting. Hi, welcome in, thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Oh yeah, there's also the bonus cheers now. So it's if you, this is for everybody, but if you cheer for one of your streamers 300 bits or more, Twitch adds an extra 10%. For a while, I didn't pay super close attention. Yeah, agreed, Tens, agreed. And the music is really good for it. That's a lot of what's on this playlist is that. Yeah, I love that game. Very good. I believe it has stars. I think, because I got an alert when I started up stream today on my chat box. I think it started yesterday, question mark? I could test it by sending myself bits, but I think that's technically money laundering. So I'm not gonna do that. Also, it would be really just paying Amazon money. There's a blog post that they did with all of the dates and stuff, but it was kind of shitty this year, so I didn't pay super close attention to it. Good, because you shouldn't be able to, because it's money laundering. Can I lower the brightness now that the sun is up a little bit? Can we lower exposure so that I can get a better frame rate? That would be nice. Let's see here. Up. 12th to 16th, so I was right, it was yesterday. How bad is that going to be? about that? That seems fine. And we have a little bit better frame rate. This is the problem with living in the cold, dark north, in case anybody was wondering. That's the wrong blue. I wanted this blue. But yeah, I should get that blog post like bookmarked or something so that it's easier to reference for what the benefits are, because as previously mentioned, I don't have enough cells in my brain to keep track of all this stuff. I can't even keep track of myself most of the time. Okay. That's probably a little bit too dark, but it's okay. Oh, that's silly. If it is for that express purpose, then yeah, that's fine. Like, if you're trying to, like, I think it would be polite to ask first, but, like, that's really not a big deal. I mean, I get that some people take photos of stuff with the purpose of seeing if they can find it cheaper elsewhere, too. So you might want to be, like, cautious with how you do that, but, eh. But I guess I also don't sell in person, so, well, yet, eventually. We'll get there eventually. But right now, that is not a thing. Yeah, exactly. So, like, yeah, but I don't know. So much discourse boils down to don't be a dick. Honestly, like, that's really it. And people just seem incapable of realizing the difference a lot of the time. Yeah, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, in general, people kind of just need to learn manners again. And I don't mean like the, oh, this fort goes over here kind of manners. I mean like, don't be rude to somebody you don't know, even if you think it is a joke kind of manners. Like, smart tens. Yeah, I'm sure people's grubby little fingers are an issue too. Because again, people don't always think considerately. Um, and like there was a bookstore that I worked at that had a coffee shop attached to it, which is pretty standard to have coffee and books. But people like would spill their coffee all over the place. And like if their coffee was dripping, they'd set it on a shelf to clean themselves up and like set it on top of books and ruin the books. And it's like, dude, think for half a second about that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of, how do I phrase this? We'll see if my brain can actually make words come together for this. There's an issue where politeness is performative now. So if you say the right words, then you're fine. But saying the right words and not understanding why those words are polite means that you can't actually be kind to other people. You know what I mean? So, like, saying thank you to somebody is polite and that's good, but if you aren't actually grateful for what somebody did, then the words don't really count. Does that make sense? And I think that that kind of thought process goes into a lot of other stuff, especially on social media, Or like people will focus way more on the words than the intent of the action. And I think that's definitely an issue in a lot of queer spaces too. Where instead of realizing that somebody using what we might consider like outdated terminology is actually being supportive, they just don't use the words that are current. That isn't actually your enemy, that's somebody who's fighting with you, and trying to nitpick about their terming isn't going to help anything, you know? And I think that maybe we need to think about intention more often. By maybe, I mean we definitely do. But yeah, I'm sure there's like a lot of issues with selling art and stuff in person, especially in places that have food and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff is just thinking don't be a dick. And people kind of don't like thinking about that because they don't want to admit that they have the capability of being a dick because that means they're a bad person. But like everybody is capable of doing something wrong. And you can either work to try and better yourself to do less things wrong and accept that sometimes you do things wrong and you can fix it, or you can just nitpick on everybody and not actually fix any of the issues. You know? I will say also, like, to couch this with, I realize that I also am capable of bad. Um, I have a really bad tendency to over align to, like, how, social mores and social rules and stuff like that, which is part of why I'm such a good mod in other people's channels. Because I very much over focus on rules and stuff as part of my masking for neurodivergency. And so I expect everybody else to put in that same effort, and I get cranky when people don't, which is completely unreasonable, and I'm aware of that. So I have to like think about it when I'm annoyed with somebody. I'm like, are they actually being annoying? Or am I annoyed because they aren't living up to this impossible standard that I've made for myself in my head? And that takes some work a lot of times. Yeah, exactly, Tens. I think just asking is the correct move there, because that, gives the person control and lets them know like what exactly is going on so they know that you aren't, you know, doing something awful. But I guess the real issue is that if you ask, you have to be ready for them to say no, like willing for them to say no. Yeah, I think that that's overcorrecting, personally. Because, like, I don't know, word of mouth is such an important thing, especially for small creators, that limiting a word of mouth because you're scared of this one thing, really specific thing happening doesn't actually do you any favors, you know? Like if you're so scared that you're locking everything up all the time, um, then nobody can see it. Kind of like, I don't know, a king who's so focused on somebody stealing the gold that he refuses to use it for his people, kind of a vibe. Because I definitely, when I started posting a lot of art online, specifically in like a business context, I definitely like paid a lot of attention to how I was photographing my own work so that it would be harder for other people to steal. Because I have had people like steal my photographs and stuff before and claim credit. But also, like, if I spend all of my time worrying about that, that's so much brain power that I could spend on other things that are fun, you know? So, like, yeah, AI is stealing all of our art, whatever. Like, it's gonna happen or it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep doing my silly little tasks, and if everybody else wants the world to burn, that's fine. That's not my problem. Did that shadow in a really weird way the first time. I don't know what I was thinking there. Perhaps I just wasn't. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of discourse is really just somebody who wants to start a fight because they think it's fun. And so they come up with like the weirdest takes. And then they'll inevitably find people who agree with it because people are people, you know? So there was like, this was a while ago, but there was like that whole thing on Twitter about how it's rude to eat the bread the second they put it down on the table at a restaurant. Like, sorry, I have real problems. I'm not playing 5D chess about how to eat bread. don't I don't get it. And I think a lot of it is just troll baiting. But yeah, I know. It was like, if you were really that hungry, you should have eaten before you came to the restaurant. And it's like, um, perhaps I went to the restaurant to eat. That's what you do there. You eat. So, okay. Whatever. But again, I think a lot of that is just like trolling for engagement. I think we need to bring back Don't Feed the Trolls, honestly. The youths have forgotten, which is fair because the internet is way different than it used to be. And internet safety and everything has changed drastically, and people have stopped teaching about it overall. Oh God, that reminds me. So I had to do like a little safety lesson thing about phishing and malware for the place that I'm working, which they require everybody to do, even though like I'm not doing anything that would influence that because I'm just sitting naked in a room full of people without my phone. But you know, so I did that and it was stupid. But the one of the videos had a glitch effect at the end of it. And this was like an unskippable video that you had to watch after you read through all of this stuff. And it had a glitch effect, the kind that gives me migraines. And just like, I get that you think that this lesson is important, and it probably is for a lot of people, even though I already knew everything that was in there because of the age that I am and when I grew up. But like having that be massively inaccessible was not great, and it made me really cranky, actually, because I didn't want to have to do this in the first place. Yeah. And I don't know who exactly I would email about that to tell them like, hey, BT dubs, that's not good. But since I'm a temporary employee, I don't get the majority of the benefits anyway, so I don't know if they would even actually listen to me. But like, it was very frustrating. I also got dealt like 50 psychic damage because on the little profile for this learning resource center, um, it says how long you've been like working for the company, in this case, the university. Anybody want to take a guess how long my little thing said I'd been working for the university? I'll remind you that when I was in college, I worked at the textbook section, like the textbook store for the university. Take a wild stab at how many years it was. You know that well, most of you know that I've been doing modeling for the past 2 semesters, so a year. Yeah, HR is actually a good idea. I should think about that. I'm not sure who mandated that we had to do the um, training either, because they don't always tell me everything. They just send me an email like, BT dubs, you haven't done this thing that's due in 3 days. And I'm like, well, that's because nobody told me I had to do this thing. Perhaps if you told me that I had to do the thing, I would have done the thing. Yeah. And like, I don't know, it's always annoying to do that kind of training because generally speaking, I don't learn anything from it. Like I get that we need to do that for people who aren't familiar with a lot of stuff, but it's also like really frustrating to just have to sit there and read this thing. Well, I'm not getting paid for it, I will add, because I'm an hourly worker. I think I need to deepen up that cobalt in a lot of these places. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also easily frustrated, I think. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. To pass this exam, put in either finish the questions in the training or put in this little box what your AIM profile picture was. Like, if anybody's wondering, mine was Dancing Gur. It was a GIF. You'd think, wouldn't you? You'd think, but no. I mean, it's not like it took a long time or anything, but it was still like extra thought that I did not want to do. Maybe next time they require me to do something like that, I should bring my laptop and do it during breaks in the modeling so that I do technically get paid for it. I think they make students do it too, which is also kind of silly, but you know. I can tell that I did not clean up all the mica well enough last time. There's random sparkles in this. We used a little bit of a mica paint to do the edges on the fly here to give it a little sparkle, and I can tell that I did not get it all washed up. I don't know. It's basically the equivalent of glitter for watercolor, so it never really goes away. But hi, Shani. I think, what time is it? I think I do want a second cup of coffee. So I think perhaps we're going to take a quick break after I get this little bit done. We can all take a little stretch break. I should probably stretch my calves again because they're so mad at me. And I'll make a second cup of coffee, and then we can all meet back here and continue on our little tirades. Because it seems like kind of a kvetching kind of day in general. Should also put more cobalt teal on my palette, I think. Because we're gonna run through it pretty quick. Okay, so I think I need to work on the leaf some more for sure. I think the stick and the grass are fine. And then I need to do some like general plastic shading in the background and on the little skylight. What do you call that? Terrarium with a skylight? Is this just a tiny apartment with a 360 view and a skylight? How much would this go for in New York? $3,000 a month? Studio apartment, 360 view, skylight. There's no bathroom. But I don't know. 5K, yeah, that seems right. I have only ever lived on the West Coast, so. Although Los Angeles is kind of the same price ways for New York anymore. Okay, I am going to take a quick break, which means I'm going to run some ads. You don't need to watch the ads, just don't. As long as you have the window open, like the browser window open, I still get the money for it, and then you don't have to watch the ads. And we can both take a break together. And I will say that the money is not really worth it. So if you just want to close the window and then come back in 3 minutes, that's fine too. I won't judge you. So I'll take a quick break, run some ads, get up, get a snack or a drink or a stretch, or go look at something that's farther away from your face than your computer. Always a good choice. And we'll meet back here in a few. All right, I'm back with coffee. Coffee courtesy of Liberty, as a matter of fact. This is one of the pods that Lib got off my throne for my birthday. If you don't know Lib and you're here, I don't know how you haven't heard me talk about Lib before. But actually, we should have... Why is the bottom of this wet? That's what she said. I should actually take a moment to talk about Lib, because the bug collection stickers that we're working on are inspired by Liberty. Lib does some really cool cat collection stickers. So they're trading stickers, which is the same idea as mine, and I'm straight up just stealing how they did the packaging for this, just for the record. But they have some super cute kitties that they do. And that was the inspiration for mine, because I loved buying these. Honestly, it's like Pokemon cards, but more fun because you can stick them places. But Lib has, ooh, voice crack, hello. These stickers, which are the plain ones, and then these ones, which are the like rare ones in the pack. And then there's super rares, which I don't have all of them. There's 4, but those are based off of Lib's actual cats. And so... Yeah, I saw these and I bought like a ridiculous amount, to the point that Lib felt bad because I needed this guy. He was the last one that I needed. But the extra stickers have been really nice for adding into letters and stuff for people, which is great. Very, very fun and cool. So, and I was like, I kind of want to do that. That's such a good idea. And Lib was like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And has been encouraging me the whole time and is like super pumped about this. So it's great. So if you don't know Liberty, know Liberty, because they're so nice and sweet. And I sent them a secret gift that I think was delivered today. We'll see. We'll see. They don't know what it is. Adam knows what it is. So we'll see if we can all see it. Because they do stream later today. They stream at 2 o'clock my time? Question mark? I think. So yeah, we love Lib, and Lib loves me, and will shriek it anytime I show up in their chat, which is always just very affirming and nice, you know? Okay, what else do I need to do to this? I said before I left, but I'm gonna re-say it because my brain doesn't work. I need to work on this leaf. I could not think of the word leaf for a second. That's the kind of day it is. And then I need to do the plastic. And then I think that's done. Oh God, I have to do math. 2.5. So... Oh no, so it's 3 my time. 3 my time? Girl, my brain does not work. I wrote it down in my journal, but my journal's not out here, so... Oh no, it is 2 p.m. my time. It says so in the announcement. I was right. I just can't do math. We've been new. I'm not good at math. I have little bits of like glue all over this because I glued something here the other day. Do I have anything else to say? I feel like I had something to say and now it's gone and I don't remember. Oh, I can remind you all about the sale. There's 13% off everything in my shop today. Well, 13% off your order. Just for today, for Friday the 13th, because it's Friday the 13th. In case you hadn't noticed. Well, it's Friday the 13th for me. I guess some of the rest of the world is no longer Friday the 13th. But you know, potato, potato. Okay. I should put my coffee up here probably so that it's not blocking the light. I have a window like right over there, so. And yeah, Lib is just a great person, honestly. Oh, I want to deepen up the shadow in there and there, actually. Let's do that really quick. That won't take too much. But yeah, I cannot express enough how both Lib and Rainbow have like drastically changed my life for the better. um, it's actually kind of overwhelming to think about sometimes. But let me do Rainbow's command too. Rainbow is also very lovely and does super cute emotes. Like, I legitimately think that she's the best emote artist on Twitch. And I'm not just saying that. I legitimately think that. She's so good at distilling like any sort of emotion into that tiny little square. Her Angie one is one of my favorites. Yeah, I feel better about that. We'll see if I still feel better about it when it dries. I can always add another layer. Yeah, that one. Thank you, Shani. I'm going to commission her to make an Angie emote with my Celeste. She's not really Celeste. The thumbs up one is also very good. I called that one Naruto energy. Believe it. But yeah, when she has slots open again, I'm commissioning her to make an Angie one for me too, just because I use that so often. Like, that's my default pouty face emoji now. I guess not emoji emote, you know what I mean. Are you dry? Dry enough. Do I want to use warm gray or cool gray? Oh, I wanted to mess with the leaf. Let's mess with the leaf. I can't focus. Can anybody tell? I just want to do like another swipe on the inside here, just to even this out a little bit. It's almost like I have can't focus disease. Wild if true. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's part of the reason. I don't know, my brain has been just in a really bad rut the past few days. And so I'm hoping that if I have enough caffeine and sugar that it will jolt me out of it. Because sometimes that works. It's not always, but sometimes. So, but this is still very hot. I'm going to burn my little mouth. Which is fine. Who needs a mouth? It's fine. I'm waiting for what CRS stands for. My brain came up with something and it's 100% not what you mean, but it made me giggle a little bit there. It's not something I should say on stream though, because I'm not Lib. Sometimes the brain. So true, bestie. Like, yeah. I should make that a t-shirt or like a bumper sticker or something. Just like sometimes the brain. And it's just like a like deflated brain with the little annoyed swirly marks coming off of it. That'd be funny. This is true. Oh, I don't remember that. Sometimes the brain. It kind of feels like something that you could find in like a documentary that you could take out of context and use to make like a Vine, honestly. And yes, I mean Vine. Different vibes. Oh yeah, I can't remember shit. You're allowed to curse if you want to. Also, just for the record. Yeah. You guys want to know what my brain came up with? I'll say it once, but then I won't say it again. Are you ready? I do suffer from an acute case of cunt really sloppy. You're welcome. You can swear, but I didn't say fudge. Anybody else a Christmas Story enjoyer? This is how my brain works. Can you tell that I've been on Tumblr since 2011? I should add some Christmas Story redeems in December this year, actually. I love A Christmas Story. But the fudge thing, maybe I should add that as a bit redeem. That would be good for year round and then maybe channel points for December. That's something else I can talk about. Me too. I mean, I don't always watch it with my family, but I definitely always watch it. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. How about a nice football? Ooh, I know which one I should add. I should add I could feel the Christmas noose beginning to tighten. That's what needs to be added. I'm writing that down. I'm sure I can find a clip of that somewhere. I love how my sketchbook has really just become like a notebook with some colors in it. What was it doing? Oh, nice. I got, which one did I get? There were a few Hallmark ornaments that they did a couple years ago, and I got one for my dad, but I don't remember if I got him the electric sex lamp or if I got him Ralphie in the bunny outfit, the bunny pajamas. If they made those bunny pajamas big enough for my brother, I would get them for him and he would hate it and it would be great. It would be so funny. But he's so tall. He's 6'4", and like the max height that I've seen on those pajamas when people make them is 6 foot. But can you imagine just like this huge 6'4" guy running around in pink rabbit pajamas? It would be so funny. It would delight me. Okay. I feel like I could add more texture to that leaf, but I also think that if I keep messing with it, I'm gonna hate it more. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think I'm just overthinking it. Me overthinking it? They had one that fit you? That's good. All the ones that I saw were, to be fair, I only saw them like in various places online where it's already a little suspicious. Oh, I was deciding what gray I wanted to use for this. That's why I paused. I think cool. Yeah, maybe not cool. Got distracted again. I was thinking something and now that thought is gone. What if I mix these two together? I like that, actually. Thank you, Shawnee. I look up and just see the message notification in the corner of my screen. Thank you, Shawnee. Shawnee's so helpful. All the time. I do. Oh, actually, if you showed up today, Shawnee, I was going to talk to you again about something that we have discussed in the past. How have you been thinking about being a mod? I'm making this like way too dark. Have you considered that at all? Because I was thinking I could use another mod actually that's here for the afternoon sessions and you're here more often. But if you aren't comfortable with that, that's fine too. I just figured I'd ask. Nice. I will have to look at that then, because that is definitely a family favorite. So I made this like way too dark, which it's fine, but it's not that big a deal. It's not that serious, girly pop. I wonder if Elena knows that she literally changed my life with that one sentence she said and then never said again, because that definitely plays in my head like all the time. It's not that serious, girly pop. Hoodwinked. I don't know hoodwinked. Fragile. It sounds mildly familiar, but I'm not sure if that's actually because it's familiar or if it's because my brain is making me think that it's familiar. You know how it is. I'll have to check it out sometime. I say as if I ever watch movies. There was like a brief moment where I felt like watching a movie the other day and I didn't do it. So a movie remained unwatched. You know that meme? I guess it's just a Tumblr post, but there's that meme. We'll call it a meme because that's where all the internet memes come from. That's "Don't date me unless you want to be amazed by how few movies I've seen." That's me. That's me. I had not met somebody who watched fewer movies than me until I hung out with Lib. Which I just think is really funny. There were a lot of movies in like, I don't know when this one was made, but there were a lot of movies in like the late 90s, early 2000s that are just like wild because everybody was just like allowed to do whatever the hell they wanted. Okay, I think that looks reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, CGI was pretty wild for a while, just because they didn't have as many like oversights. Hey Dream, good to see you. They made a sequel. Love that. Oh, who was doing a movie? I just spilled coffee all over myself. I'm so classy. Um, yeah, happy Friday the 13th. Speaking of, if you want to buy something from my shop, you can use the coupon code that's pinned and get 13% off your order. I've got stickers. You can also, I just decided to do that this morning because I was like, why the hell not? But there are going to be more stickers being added, hopefully sometime this month if I can get my shit together in time. We'll see. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm to the cutting the stickers stage. For most of them, but there's like 37 things I'm going to add. So just a few. I'm not going to do another big drop like this again because I hate it. We're going to do small drops where I put out like 2 or 3 things at a time because this big one is like killing my brain. I feel like I was saying something and then I got distracted and then I forgot. Can you tell how scattered I am? Like, this brain does not work. Me pointing at myself. This brain does not work. Which is fine. Do we really need it to work? I don't think so. Actually, that's a good segue here. My brain does work sometimes. For my Patreon sticker club, this is the sticker for this month. Brain work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. So if you wanted to get this sticker delivered to your home or wherever you receive mail, you could join my $5 a month sticker club tier. You're perfectly welcome to join for 1 month and then dip if you only like the one sticker. That's totally valid. All of the stickers are Patreon exclusive for at least 1 month. And then I decide if I'm going to actually add it to my shop or not. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, you could get that delivered to your house. And I feel like it's relevant today because I sure wish my brain would work ahead. You know. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I don't want this to be super intense. Just a little inkling of shading. I do definitely fight me. What is the one that Blanc says? Like I can hear it in my head and I can't pick the words out because my brain is broken. Fight me, ham sub. There we go. I got it. I got there eventually. Yeah, there we go. So many of the sounds from Libstream just end up as like echolocalia fuel. It does sound like handsome. Fight me, handsome. That's what I call my boyfriend. Because he is. Uh-huh. I was going to shade underneath the things that are in there, but that's going to make the other ones look weird, and that's a bad call, Katie, so don't do that. I don't know, maybe I'm going to end up doing a bunch of terrariums too. That's so much extra effort. I don't really need to do that. But I didn't need to do 35 different terrarium lids either, and here we are. I'm not good at doing anything straightforwardly. I'm not good at doing anything straight. I can end the sentence there. I made myself giggle while I was modeling on Wednesday night because the teacher was talking about like the different lines that you can use. So you have an S curve, a C curve, and straight. And you can like focus on those shapes to work on model drawing or whatever. And he kept saying how I didn't have as many straight lines because I'm fat is the short answer to that. And, you know, I'm female bodied, so there's some curves involved. But he kept saying that Katie doesn't have as many straight lines and doesn't have as many straights. And it just, it was so funny to me. Like, yeah, I'm not good at being straight. Sorry. Funny. Okay, that's super subtle, but I think that works. I think there's a couple spots where I can deepen that up a little bit. Right through here. Yeah, I'm not good at doing anything straight. I do everything queer. But I don't think the teacher or the person who noticed that I was laughing like understood why I was giggling to myself. And to be fair, I say I giggled. I broke resting bitch face and smiled. I don't know. I'm usually like very outside my own head while I'm modeling. Like I'm not thinking about my face or anything because I disappear. As I said to one of the students last semester before, I have the ADHD brain gremlins, and so I get into a pose and I just follow them and wander off for a minute. Like I'm gone until the buzzer goes off for me to move into a different position. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Sorry, officer, I can only walk in a gay line. Yeah, for real, for real. So part of my resting bitch face for sure is something that I've worked at, and now I don't have to think about it anymore because especially when I was thinner, um, I got a lot of people hitting on me in vastly inappropriate ways. So the resting bitch face was definitely a protective tool, but I didn't really realize how bad it was until I started modeling and people were drawing my face while I was in a complete resting pose. Um, I look like I'm about to kill somebody, which is fair. A lot of times I am. So, but yeah, it's pretty bad. I think it's worse now that I'm chubbier too, because it makes it super obvious that my cheeks aren't lifted. I mean, I've always had chubby cheeks, but it definitely makes it a little bit more intense. Let me see. I have some of these I can't show, but I have some of just like my face when they were doing portraits. I look like a bitch. Like, I look like I'm about to kill somebody. That's just my face. But I look like a mafia don who's like telling somebody about to give the nod to chop both your legs off. Like, what the hell? I didn't realize that was what I looked like to everybody. I don't know. Resting bitch face is real and I have it. Where is that other one? Did I not take a photo of that one? Yeah, there's that person who just made me completely round. But yeah. I don't know. I always look like I'm about to murder somebody, which, you know, maybe I will. You don't know. You don't know me. Okay. I think this is done. Yeah, my eyebrows are uneven because I spent like a really long time trying to figure out how to lift one eyebrow. So my left eyebrow is a different shape than my right eyebrow. So yeah, I definitely have a similar thing there. Okay. I think that now we do the plain terrarium. This one is going to be the cover for the card packs, I think. And then there's just going to be like a little bar with the name. And then more information will be on the back. And now that I have this, I can scan that and start playing with packaging stuff. It's true. It's true. I actually, when I went to get my my address changed on my ID, I had like maybe a 10-minute discussion with the DMV person behind the counter about how best to hide a body. And that happened organically. Like I did not start that. She started that. because she was like, "Oh, you know, you don't need to change the address on your license. Like, it's not illegal to not change the address." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but you know, if I get murdered and found in a ditch, I like it to have my most recent address so that it's easier to find me and whoever murdered me." She's like, "Ah, yeah, leaving you in a ditch, they would be able to find you, but there's way better ways to hide a body." And we just kind of like went off on a tangent. This was a significant amount of time ago, but when we moved into this house, so in like 2013, I think. But yeah, it was pretty funny. That's fair. That's fair for the different eyebrows, for sure. But I spent like a long time trying to figure out how to raise my left one when I was like 11. Right? It's just like, ah, yeah, somebody else who's just as weird as me. This is great. For the record, my tip was to bury a dead animal on top of the corpse so that they would hit the dead animal and assume that that's what the scent dog had found. Um, yeah, for sure. It's just sometimes you hit it off with people, even if it's just like a really tiny little interaction, and that's nice. Like, obviously, I thought it was great because I still remember it like 10 years later, right? So, there's also a lady that I saw walking downtown who I said I liked her hair, and she said she liked my shirt. I still think about her. She was so nice and pretty. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, little people stuff. I am sure because Tens, have you seen how organized I am? I'm not. I could not be a mafiosa. Like, I also overshare constantly. I would be the worst. I would be blabbing everywhere. I would be dead already because I let go of family secrets because I can't keep my mouth shut. I don't know. But also, I don't know. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. Like, I can get really bitchy, but in general, I think I'm a little bit too nice to manage that. I don't know. I do. Okay, this is going to prove Tenz's point and not mine. But I do always joke that my friends get one free alibi, and then after that, they have to bribe me. Partners get 3 freebies before they have to bribe me. Um, but that's been a constant joke since I was like 15. Okay, chat. I'm going to make you make a decision because I don't want to make one. What color do we want to make the lid for this terrarium? So we did the cobalt teal for the other one, so I don't want to do the same color. I want to do a different color, but I'll let you guys pick if anybody has an opinion. Salmon pink, that's fun. We can do that. Maroon is a good choice. We do have a lot more lids to do, so like keep the colors coming. Fair dream. I know I'll definitely do one that's just like bright red because, and probably one that's like regular bright green just because those are standard plastic thing colors. Orange is a good choice too. I should actually write down to make the orange lid one the Brain, can you finish the sentence, please? On the poster for display, make the orange lid one the one for lib. Because I've mentioned this in Libstream. I think I've said it here. But my plan is to make a woolly bear with Lib's hat on it as one of the collectible bugs. Ooh, yellow. Good choice. Yes. Good, good. I don't often think of yellow or pink just because they're like my least favorite colors. And this is why I outsource some of my decisions. Yeah, I might start working on some of those because, like, not all of them are going to fall in line with the color of the month, you know? So I really should just, like, start working on some of them off stream too. Because there's going to be a lot of these. So I really should just, like, get going and book it. But yeah, definitely the Woolly Bear with Lips hat is definitely going to be one. And I'm trying to figure out how to do a good pun for one of the ones this month, which is why I made my stream title what I made it today. Because I want to do a red banded leaf hopper, and I want to make some sort of a pun with banded. So, like, I considered giving it like a guitar or something, but I don't know that that's super obvious visually for a pun. I briefly considered like a band t-shirt, but that would cover up the part of the bug that is banded, is what I said. Which I probably didn't enunciate very well. But I also considered those little plastic, like those little rubber bracelets that we used in like the early 2000s. Yeah, Bandit might be good. But I also think that one's going to be a little bit hard to portray with the kind of bug that it is. Because, like, I have one set for... So the other two that I want to do this month, we already did 2 bugs. The other 2 I want to do this month are the red banded leaf hopper and then the Canadian Darner dragonfly. And Darner, I'm just going to have the dragonfly repairing a sock, which is just, like, obvious. To me, at least, because I am a fiber artist. So that one for sure. But I was trying to figure out something to do with band. Like, for that one. But a lot of it is, like, hard to portray in the size that I'm doing and stuff. Bongos is good, too. Bongos and a microphone. I don't know. Something just hasn't clicked yet. So maybe I'm not doing that one this month because I haven't, like, settled on what I want to do. The dragonfly I have an idea for in my head, and I just need to get that on paper. Which I should do this week so that we can work on that on Tuesday. Keyboard keytar, that one's good too. Trying to, is there like, can I finish the sentence? The answer is no. Yeah, keytars are a fun shape and make that a little bit more obvious. Let me pull up a photo of the bug I'm talking about so I can show you. Because I think I saved, yeah. So this is the bug that I'm talking about. You're almost free, Tens. Which is why, like, a band t-shirt was definitely not the right option. I mean, it could be holding up a band t-shirt and, like, selling them or something. Maybe. I feel like that would be a bit more obvious. But I don't know. But a keytar, they do make those ones with, like, the little V shapes at the ends. Or those, like, bass guitars, I guess, that have a similar shape to this. So that might be a good choice, shape-wise. That would be a really funny, Dream. They do make guitars in all sorts of weird shapes, especially electric ones. But yeah, I have another reference image that shows this guy from the side, but he's like a funny shape. I say this with admiration in my heart. I'm not making fun of him. He's like boat shaped. He looks like a speedboat. I don't know. He's just a funky little guy. But maybe I need to cook on this one some more and think about it. I don't know. I can't decide. But I think the band t-shirt idea is really funny, but I can't figure out how to make it work, you know? I need to clean up a little bit of this orange so that we can make some pink. Ooh, adding the amp is a good idea too. I also kind of, I don't know, I like the idea of doing... Yes, that's exactly it, Dream. What was I saying? Oh, the rubber band, not rubber bands, but in the early 2000s, back when I was in high school, there were these little like plastic bracelets that were super stretchy and were really popular. And there was like color coding for the different colors that you could get them in. And I was thinking about that for the band, but again, I don't think that that's like super, one, relevant because I'm old now, and two, I don't think that it's super obvious for a visual gag. But I do want to make all these guys a little silly. Because like for the fly and the peacock spider, they're both doing like the pleating motion, because one of the references that I saw for the spider had it going like this, and I thought it was very funny. So I kind of want them to be a little silly. I don't just want to paint a book. And maybe I'm overthinking it, because I'm really good at overthinking stuff. But I don't know. That's part of why I'm like, a lot of my brainstorming process is actually just sitting and thinking about stuff and then asking somebody and ignoring what they have to say, if I'm being honest. Because it doesn't match what's in my head that I can't formulate yet. I don't know. I thought maybe somebody else would have like a good brain thing that would make, like, jolt mine into the right spot. Maybe I just need to think on it some more. I can at least get the darners set up. That's way redder than I thought it would be. We need more pink. It's a little closer. That's too orange. Ooh, that looks like crazy orange on the screen. That's what I get for adjusting the saturation. Let me stop doing that and do this on a scratch paper, because that's stupid. Is that better? There we go. Just needed to add some more yellow. Yes, yes. I think that one was a peacock spider, or a jumping spider too, not specifically a peacock one, but. Or maybe it was a peacock one, I don't really remember. Okay, that's still like orange. Eventually I'll be happy with this color. I think I probably do this and then do another layer of pink over it. And that'll get me vaguely where I want to be. Although I'm guessing, yeah, that looks like super orange on screen. I promise that it's pinker in person. Although salmon is pretty orangey, really. Maybe this is more in like the coral kind of realm. What time is it? Okay. I did finish my second cup of coffee before my caffeine cutoff time. Look at me go. Oh yeah, we're gonna be redoing a shrimp at some point too, which I might end up using for the emote, because I'm gonna paint it. So I thought that might be fun to have like an actual painted emote aside from the pickle. Because there is also a pickle emote. Just, I don't know, for kicks and giggles. Really, it's because Shawnee thought it would be funny. So. Overworked the paper a little bit right there. I'll need to be careful. Squished pickle. Do I have those somewhere? There's a list that I didn't remember that I had in the first place. Where did I put those? Nobody knows. I have too much stuff, just in case anybody was wondering. Right here? No. I wonder where I put those swatch sheets. Because I would have thought they were here. Ah, there they are. Maybe? No. Alright, fine then. Be that way. I don't know where I put them. It's almost like I have too much stuff and no real desk. Soon though, soon. Need to figure out the flooring for the downstairs, and I've just been like way too burnt out to even think about it lately. A little treat. Thanks, Shawnee. I'll do that after I get this layer down. Ooh, daylight savings time is going to be coming up, isn't it? Which means I should figure out when European daylight savings time is. The fact that we do it at different times like ruins my life twice a year. I don't think we should do it at all, to be clear, but because I mod for somebody who's in Scotland and now for somebody who's in Germany too, it takes a little bit of extra. Okay, thank you. A little bit of extra thinking to deal with that, and it throws off my entire schedule, and I hate it. But at least it also causes a bunch of damage because people are too eepy. This is not a particularly even color, but that's okay. It's almost like it's watercolor or something. I don't know how long Rainbow was streaming today, but she usually streams like way longer than me anyway, so we can probably go raid her in a little bit. Hey Cap! Thank you for popping in. Speaking of, if you follow me on Tumblr, Cap doesn't know this. You guys want to watch Cap react to something real time? If you follow me on Tumblr, you saw me talking about Cap's commissions and how you should commission him. I used my free blaze for the month on Tumblr to tell people to hire my boyfriend. So, but yeah, Cap made this for me, and he makes other like great PNG tubers and just art in general. But yeah, if you follow me on Tumblr, you saw all that already. I mean, if you follow me here, you've probably seen me talk about it before too, because I do. But is that really all I wanted to do for this? I guess I want to wait for that to dry and shade it a little bit more, but... Judging by how capitalism goes, I think the most likely thing to break is him. Although, yeah. God, I am still so sore. It's almost like I don't do anything except for when I do it and then my body doesn't like it. Wild. Can you dry faster? I don't want to have to dig out the hair dryer because I don't know what stack it's under. Hi, Tumblr, you are so fucking annoying sometimes. I love opening up the app to see what's going on and then see it finally finish reblogging my post that I tried to reblog when I started streaming 2 hours ago. Yeah, right? Wild concept, but I cramped up like a lot more than I usually do too. So like my calves are shot because they both cramped up super bad while I was modeling, which usually I'm better about having like electrolytes and stuff to go before I go in, but I got distracted by stuff and wasn't as good about it on Wednesday as I usually am. So I get to deal with the after effects of that, which is super fun. Love that. I need you to dry faster. Maybe I just start painting other terrarium lids while I wait for that one to dry. But I don't think I'm going to be streaming much longer because I'm getting twitchy. And I want to go do stuff. Yeah, it's really easy to get sucked into that game, especially if you like puzzles, and I know that she does. So, okay, other suggestion was maroon, which was why I was looking for the swatch sheets, because I was wondering if I have a maroon color in this stuff, but I don't know that I do. Yeah, that's fair. Feeling twitchy on Twitch is generally pretty valid. Yeah, that's a good maroon color. Okay. These ones are a little bit more opaque because of the binder they use, so they kind of act a little bit more like gouache, which will mean that I need to work on the lines a little bit harder when I scan them, but that's okay. But I did have 2 cups of coffee today. Chat watched me drink my second cup of coffee, and I usually only have 1 cup of coffee, so... But I was kind of hoping it would make me feel human, but I think it's just going to make my anxiety faster. Which is fine. I can deal with that. I would just like it if... I don't know. I feel particularly broken this week, and I'm kind of not vibing with it, honestly. Which isn't really a shock. But... This looks way more brown on camera. The other one looks like bright orange, even though it's really pinky. I don't know what's up with that. Ooh, that's exciting. We have some Paleo Pines enjoyers in chat. I have not... I started that game and then haven't picked it back up since. Thanks, Bongo. It will. I'm just... I don't know. My brain and my body like to be really dramatic about stuff. Like, I'll make it through. I've made it through worse, for sure. But it gets really frustrating after a while to have to continue dealing with the same shit. Because, like, I feel like when I realize why something is bothering me, I should get a little ping sound, like a little achievement sound, and then it shouldn't bother me anymore, but that's not how anything works. So... I still have DLC for Sticky Business I haven't played either. I just haven't been playing much game. I've been working all the time. And reading a lot. I did not get my treat or my sippy. Well, I guess I did take a sippy, but not specifically for Shawnee. I forgot. I told you guys I have forgot disorder. Or CRS, I guess. If you were here earlier, then you know what I said. Just don't worry about it. I'll probably go back and clip that just because I think it's funny. Will I post it anywhere? Probably not, but I think I'm amusing, so. Yeah, you really should get that. That's good. I'll tell you what I said later, Cap. I said I was only going to say it on stream once because I really shouldn't without the mature filter on. But you know, it's fine. But can't remember shit is the official. You might be able to like piece together what I thought from that, but okay. There. I'm taking a sippy. Doing a stretchy. I did do proper stretches while I was waiting for my coffee to brew. And then I will have some salmiakki because that's what's closest to me at the moment. For a little treat. Thank you, Shawnee. Oh, that piece was like super salty. Fine. I do not see a single green leaf on any of the trees outside. I don't think we're going to have any leaves left in a week. Wild. Hi, Jess. I don't know. I don't think it's late. You just show up whenever, and that's fine. I'm the only one who needs to be on time. Everybody else can do whatever they want. All right. Good luck with work. I'll talk to you later. The problem is capitalism, as always. If we didn't have to deal with capitalism, I would get to spend a lot more time with the people that I want to spend time with. Yep, it is always capitalism. So I think I finished these guys, and then just like this one and that one, not the whole sheet. And then we go bother Rainbow for a while. Because even though I had a bigger breakfast than normal, I'm still like really hungry. It's almost like I did a huge amount of physical activity at one point this week and my body is still catching up or something. I do need to figure out what I'm eating for lunch. Which I've already mortgaged my house once this month to get a little treat from Starbucks, so I cannot do that again. They just have a really good grilled cheese sandwich. But because it's Alaska and because I had it delivered, it costs like $60, which is not an amount that I can spend every week. Because again, capitalism. But I did make, I could just eat more breakfast, I guess. I made an egg bake yesterday because they've been out of the breakfast sandwich that I've eaten every day for the past like 5 years for breakfast. They've been out of it for over a month. So I'm accepting the fact that I need to figure out a different default breakfast, which I'd rather not have to do because I have the eat the same thing every day flavor of brain weird. So I have the same breakfast every day. And that's fine for me because I don't have to think about it. Although, I think one of the things, this is another problem with capitalism. One of the things lately about brands like using cheaper products and still raising the prices, which is bullshit, but they've changed the texture of a lot of my favorite foods, and that should be illegal. I was like, this food is a safe food. I can eat this. That's great. And then it's not a safe food anymore because they changed it. So I was already thinking about not continuing to buy those breakfast sandwiches that I always get because they changed something in them and so the texture is different. Which should be illegal. It should be illegal to change textures of things without warning or discontinue things. Honestly. Okay. This side is still like a lot lighter than the other side. Hey Al, good morning. We are working on some terrariums for the collectible bug sticker project. So we finished this one already. This is going to be part of the packaging. So like this is going to be the front of the card pack. Except there's going to be stickers, not cards inside. You know what I mean. And then I'm going to make a display poster with a bunch of different terrariums on them with different lids so that you can stick the sticker on and display the sticker collection that way. So that's what this is. We're making a bunch of different colors of terrarium lids for that. Ooh, congrats, Ten. Safe travels home and all that jazz. Enjoy your time not being at work. Love how I said, I was like, this might be a shorter stream, proceeds to stream just as long as I would normally. I always say that though, I feel like. I don't know, streaming is like a very brain intense activity. So I end up a bit exhausted by the end of it. Just because it's like a lot of split focus. Just maybe, I always say that I'll work on stuff after I finish streaming and then I just end up stuck in the scroll for like 3 hours afterwards. But maybe I'll start working on the Darner Dragonfly ink so that I can have that ready for next stream. Or maybe I won't do that. I don't know. We'll see. Perfect. Okay. Just need to do that on this guy. Maybe deepen up some of the shadows here. Which I think this is what I want. Oh, I didn't do the color in there either. Still need to do the like the bubble coloring on that. I'm just gonna keep calling them a skylight because I think that's funny. The little bug apartment skylight. But that's some progress. I still want to make some little assets, kind of like the leaf and the stick and stuff like that, to put in the other terrariums just to make them a little bit different. Each of them a little different. But I haven't gotten those inked or anything yet. I need to think about it. I know for sure that I want to have a little bottle cap that has water in it, just because that's such a little kid to put into the terrarium kind of thing. But again, that's further down the line. I need to figure out the Darner Dragonfly and get that inked so that I can paint that. and figure out what I'm doing with the leaf hopper, which I'm still, I don't know. It hasn't solidified in my brain yet. Um, Maybe I'll start working on some other bugs that don't match the color of the month at the moment. Because I do feel like I should do another project that isn't just the bugs for the color of the month, but I don't know what. Um, oh, actually, I have an idea, but that would probably be an off-stream one. We'll see. We'll see. There's things cooking. Don't worry about it. My brain is fried though. I'm doing a lot of stuff all at once, and I'm tired. And the problem is capitalism, just in case anybody was unclear. Um, but I think we're gonna call it here. We can go raid Rainbow, who will be understanding that I need to disappear to get lunch. But I will take photos of stuff first because I need to be good about sharing my art tax with people. I mean, need to be. I will be good about it because I'm like that. But yeah. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and chatting with me and just being nice to me. And thanks again, Bongo, for the 6 heckin' months. That's crazy. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Tuesday. I do have modeling the next 2 Wednesdays, so Friday streams will probably be a little lower energy, kind of like today was, just because I'll be tired. So everybody take care of yourselves and stuff, and I'll see you next time. I'll probably see you in other places on the internet too, because all of us kind of overlap in other streams too. So let me switch over to the ending screen because that's what's happening right now. The sale is going on just for Friday. Just a reminder. Just kind of like a quick sale. Just because I can. You know how it is. Thank you, Stars. The raid commands are in chat. The top one is emotes that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter if you're subscribed to the channel or not. The second one is an emote you can use anywhere if you're subscribed. So copy and paste the one that's relevant to you. And I'm actually going to remember to copy my own command for once. Because often I forget until the last minute. And I will also remember, oh my gosh, I have so many messages. I'm so popular all of a sudden. I will actually remember to pull up Rainbow's stream before I go over there with y'all. Let me do the raid command too. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being nice to me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate having like a nice place to just hang out and chat with my friends while I work on a little bit of stuff, and sometimes I make friends while I'm streaming too, which is really nice. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do it for me because I think that you're awesome and deserve nice things. And that includes from yourself, even on the days when it's hard. And trust me, I have plenty of those days myself, so I know how hard it can be. So if I can be that little voice in your head that makes you be a little nicer to yourself today or any day that you have a rough time, I would absolutely love that. I will see you all on Tuesday, and we'll keep working on some bugs. All right, bye.